Poor kid. She was really looking forward to seeing her mum.
Come on, Jude. She's a big girl now.
Yeah, maybe, but she hasn't been in this dump for long. She probably finds it very hard, despite all the gagging.
It isn't easy for any of us. Is it, Rachel?
No, it isn't.
Not hungry, love? Is something wrong?
No, I'm fine, thanks. But you're not talking about the weather?
Seems like we put Warren off her tucker.
That's where I've been so lucky with Harry. There's never been anything we couldn't discuss or work out together.
I know exactly what you mean. Rick was like that. Easy to talk to right from the start.
You sound as though it's over. Is that from him, dear?
Yeah. He wants to come and see me, but I don't see the point.
Why not? You're lucky he cares that much. Or you just wouldn't want him to walk away because you're in trouble.
Yes, but we really didn't know each other well enough to know if we were in love.
But if he came to see...
No.
If you talked...
No, I don't want him to feel he has to come, and he would. He's that sort of person. He'll meet someone else.
And so will you. Oh, when you get to my age, you don't look for miracles. And yet, it happened. I met Harry. My first marriage was a good one, Rachel, but Harry's very special. I miss him so much.
Well, maybe you'll be back together soon if your appeal's successful.
I do hope so, dear. If I know my Harry, he'll move heaven and earth to get me out of here.
Guess there just aren't enough Harrys and Ricks to go round.
I was terribly upset when my first husband died. Well, heaven knows he'd suffered long enough or so. But I learned one very important thing, Rachel. Hearts don't break. Oh, they come pretty close, all right. I know how you feel. And when you get out, you'll find someone who's right for you. And I just hope they'll be as wonderful as my Harry.
Easy to see you know your way around the kitchen and how to behave in it.
I was going to study home economics before I came here.
Just a pinch of mixed herbs, I think.
Oh, right, Mrs. O'Reilly.
You're new to me. What's your name again?
Pearson, Edna Pearson.
Oh. I've read about you. You're the poisoner. Oh, I can't have you in here preparing food. Leave that alone immediately.
Mrs. O'Regan, that's not fair. Edna's innocent.
Yeah, husband's even getting an appeal for her. He wouldn't do that if he thought she tried to bump him off, would he?
I am innocent, Mrs. O'Regan.
That's not what the papers said, and you are in prison, aren't you? I won't have the poisoner in my kitchen. Goodness knows there's plenty in here don't deserve to go on breathing God's clean air, but just the same, they've got their rights, and I'll not see anyone poisoned by food from my kitchen.
Tastes pretty poisonous anyway, usually.
You watch your tongue, young lady. I'm going to see the governor and have you taken off kitchen duties immediately.
Oh.
And don't you touch any food while I'm gone, do you hear? And I might just have a little word about you while I'm there. Now, you clean up your mess. You can help her. I'll finish the rissoles myself when I get back.
But how could anyone possibly poison the food in a prison kitchen?
Edna, you're missing the point.
I've never poisoned anyone in my whole life. I honestly wouldn't have the faintest idea of how to go about it.
I'm sorry, Edna, but you'll just have to accept the fact that some people panic at the idea of poison. You probably think Mrs. O'Regan's irrational, but she's got a very difficult job to do here, and she does it surprisingly well. We certainly don't want to lose her.
But don't you see what this means? The women have been so good. They've all accepted me. And the fact that I'm innocent. If I'm banned from the kitchen, they'll start to wonder.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. The work rosters are changed every day. We'll just move you to laundry duties this afternoon.
Why won't people believe me?
Well, hopefully your appeal will clear up doubts once and for all. Anyway, at least your husband has complete faith in you. That must be a great comfort.
Harry knows the truth. And that's what really matters.
What an old sourpuss. Fancy kicking Edna out like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine her hurting a fly, let alone poisoning anyone.
We ought to teach O'Regan a lesson.
Marlene, you're in enough trouble as it is. Don't push your luck.
Got an idea. Watch this. Oh. Oh.
What is it?
Oh.
What's the matter? She's sick?
I think I've been poisoned.
What's she been eating?
I only had a teensy weensy little taste. Oh.
What did I tell you?
Oh.
Get the nurse.
Oh.
No, the doctor. Get a basin quick. I don't want her being sick all over my clean kitchen.
Oh, the pain. The pain.
Somebody do something. Where does it hurt?
Hurts like hell here when I laugh.
Why, you little bit.
Oh, come on, don't do you, Charlie. We're just trying to show you that Edna wouldn't poison anyone.
That's it. You've gone too far this time.
Oh, where's your sense of humour, Mrs. O?
I lost it the day they started sending me lunatics like you to work in my kitchen. Well, you won't be working here again.
Oh, what a shame. And I was just learning to love peeling little spuds and gouging their cute little eyes.
Oh,
Look, you don't report me, and I won't tell everyone what you put in your rissoles.
that does it. This time I will tell the governor.
It's only a joke.
I've got a feeling this one's going to backfire in a big way, Marlene.
Why isn't Marlene serving?
Oh, got herself into strife with Mrs. O'Regan. I think she reported it to the governor.
Well, as if she isn't in enough trouble. Did she say who bashed her? Your guess is winter or the friction. We're getting it heavy from both sides.
Oh, she was full of beans in the kitchen in spite of her toothache.
Yeah, and if that's a toothache, I'm screwed.
What a bummer Mrs. O kicked you out of the kitchen, Edna. You missed all the fun.
I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. She's as mad as a hatter.
She thinks I'm guilty.
Yeah, and she reckons I'm mad.
Oh, well, sometimes she's right. You heard from Rena yet?
No, hope she doesn't put me back in the laundry.
Why? You scared with what? What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I'm just making something out of this. I used to make some fabulous stuff out of the gear I had at home.
Yeah, well, some of this gear could get you put on a charge, you know?
Oh, no, I'm not worried about that. By the time I'm through with it, they won't even recognise it.
Honestly, Marlene, it's no wonder you get yourself into so many scrapes. If you only had
Hey,
5
Edna!
minutes to
Edna,
work-
quick, it's your old man. Hey, turn it up, right, quick.
The whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. Now, you tell me, why would a sweet lady like that try and poison me? My Edna and I have the sort of marriage you only read about in books. It's just tearing me apart to think of her shut away behind those cold grey walls for a crime she never committed. I want my Edna back, and I won't rest until I get her back.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Well, listeners,
He's
it's a
really
tragic
pulling
story.
for you, love.
Go
Now,
on,
you can phone us
say.
on triple
I'm surprised I didn't let you up on his test to me alone. He sounds so sincere. Must be nice having a bloke like that looking out for you.
It is, dear. It's the only thing that's kept me going these past dreadful weeks, dear Harry. Oh, poor Harry. Oh, he must be suffering.
Guess what? Lee's all for the show now.
Why, that's lovely, dear.
Yeah, she's lending us all the dresses and everything. Picture of Harry, eh?
Yes, I always keep it with me.
Geez, he must be a nice bloke. You know, I reckon my dad would do exactly the same if my mum were in the same boat. If she said she didn't do it, he'd believe her.
Oh, some men will believe anything you tell them. They're so gullible. I mean, take Harry, for instance.
What do you think of this, then, eh?
Marlene, did you hear what I just said?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you reckon I should turn like this?
Oh, that's really nice, dear. Very nice. Oh, Harry, sometimes I wonder if we'll ever be together again.
Now, you mustn't let it get you down, dear. George is very confident the appeal will be successful. He'll be home again in no time at all.
I keep telling myself that. But it's so hard when I can't be with the person who's been my whole world. I feel so lost somehow.
Edna, I swear that when this whole horrible mess has been cleared up, I'll make sure that nothing will ever part us again. You know, you should ask if you can work out here in the garden. You're much better than in that depressing old laundry. With your green fingers, you could have this place looking a treat in no time.
Take a bit longer than that, I think.
Oh, I don't know, a little bit of pruning here and there, fixing a few things up. Like this oleander bush, for instance, could do with a bit of attention. Funny how such a dangerous plant can have such delicate flowers, isn't it?
Well, it's only the sap. That's poisonous.
Yes, yeah, when I was a kid, a friend of mine nearly died from it. His sister used the sap to make milk for a make-believe tea party. Can you imagine that? Oh, talking about tea parties, I promised George I'd meet him at the club. 3 o'clock. I better be going. Won't be long, love. And no more goodbyes. See you soon.
Soon.
Juvenile.